Hi Green Room! I have a lesson for you today in non-standard measurement. And what that means is using something that is not a ruler to measure. So let me show you what I have. So the item I've decided to measure is this Monopoly game. Ta-da! I'll probably play that with my family later tonight. So what I want to do is use different materials to measure this box. The first thing you need to do when you're doing non-standard measurement is to collect items that are the same size. It's important that you use the same size object when you're measuring. So here's what I have. A jar of pistachios. Please don't use these if anyone in your house has a nut allergy. I have envelopes, all the same size, and you should be on the lookout for some letters in later weeks. I have Crayola markers. I'll choose the ones that are the same size. And I have some bangles. So I'm going to use all of these things for measuring. First, I'm working with my markers. So you can see I have 1, 2, and almost 3 whole markers. So I can put that on a chart and say my Monopoly game is 3 markers long. Markers are also the same width. So here I am measuring how many markers wide my Monopoly board is, my Monopoly game. So the first thing I did was make sure the markers go edge to edge. Now I'm going to count them. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. My Monopoly board is 26 markers wide. The next thing I'm using are my bangle bracelets. It's kind of funny to use them to measure, but they are all the same size, the same width, the same radius, everything. They just have different charms on them. But the key is to make sure your items are touching. That's how you're measuring. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, almost 6, but not quite, because when I make it touch, look at that gap. So it's not quite 6 bangles wide. My next material is envelopes. Let's see, whoa, it's windy. Let's see how many envelopes wide, this wind, you guys. Let's see how many envelopes wide my Monopoly board is. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, now look at that. It doesn't quite fit. There's a little bit of a gap there. So I could say my board is 1, 2, 3, almost 4 envelopes wide. But then a quick test is to see how many envelopes long it is. What do you think? Will it be more or less? Let's see. 1. Whoa, wow, that's a big gap. So it's definitely 1 whole envelope. But look at that. Would you say it's 1½ envelopes? 1 3/4 of an envelope? We could say it's almost 2 envelopes wide. The last thing I'll measure with are my pistachios. And again, if anyone in your house has a nut allergy, please do not use them. But I'm using them today because they are just about the same size. So this is a big job. So you'll see I'll start at one end and just make my way across. Hold tight for the number. Here we go. I've made my way almost all the way across the board, the game board. So you can see, oh, maybe there is a gap on this one. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Uh-oh, guys. See, this happens when you measure. All you have to do is take your time, make sure everything touches and that it's not crowded. So I thought the pieces, the pistachios would fit edge to edge, but now that I'm looking closer, I can see they're actually a little scrunched. So if I did try to fit this one, it wouldn't quite fit. You can see it hangs over the edge a little bit. So I'll put this one back and count the pistachios I have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Not quite 21 though. If you decide to do some non-standard measuring around your house, I would suggest that you pick one thing. So if I was going to go measure other things, I'd probably take the markers. And then you can measure anything you want with the markers and compare. So we know how many markers wide the Monopoly board was, but I might go measure and see how many markers wide my doorway is, how many markers wide the coffee table is, how many markers wide is the rug that is in front of my sink in the kitchen. So if you decide to do this, send me some pictures or videos and show me all the things that you measured using non-standard measurement. See ya.